Welcome to episode 398 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
It's another fine morning for all you listeners.
I'm dealing with a cold, maybe.
Maybe you got the COVID.
Maybe, I don't even know.
You have made that statement that you might have the COVID.
I can't tell because the symptoms of COVID are everything.
Right, that's right. It's like your toe hurts. Oh, COVID.
Mm-hmm. And loss of taste is on there, but I'm like, I also lose taste when I have a cold, so now I just don't know. I think it's a cold, but either way, you're going to have to bring the energy today. I don't have it.
Oh, well, we're screwed. I don't do energy, man.
I don't have the energy. I've got a little congestion. I've got a little sniffly, a little snotty.
Yeah. I think we've talked about like my ambition level and things like that. So that's about where my energy sits, is at my level of ambition, which is usually pretty close to 0.
But today you got to bring the noise. You got to bring it.
Yeah, let's see if I can rustle up 5%.
You got to go full host mode, Brian Dunkelman style, and just bring it. The kids don't know who that is.
I got to bring the noise, bring the funk.
Yeah, the kids don't know who Brian Dunkelman is.
Kids don't know who Brian Dunkelman is.
Google it. Google it, kids. See that you could go down two paths in your career.
Anthrax or Public Enemy?
No, Ryan Seacrest or Brian Dunkelman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what path you went down.
I was on the Bring the Noise.
Right.
Public Enemy did a song called Bring the Noise, and so did Anthrax.
I was still on the American Idol.
I know. I've never seen an episode.
Really?
Really?
Well, that's odd. Have you seen an episode, Gerald? You've never seen an episode of American Idol either? So when it started, there were two hosts, Ryan Seacrest and Brian Dunkelman, and he just fucking disappeared. And Seacrest, of course, went on to be, I guess, the biggest host ever.
Yeah, he hosts everything and does radio shows and stuff. And
I assume Brian works at Costco. There they are, season 1 together.
Well, maybe. Yeah, never seen an episode. Not a single episode.
You're not really missing anything as far as the show goes, but what does he's doing now?
I've never seen an episode of Survivor. I've never seen an episode of any reality show. I don't watch reality shows because they're not reality, for one thing.
Like scripted reality.
It's false advertising.
He pops up in life now. Cameo here, cameo there.
That actually sounds like the better life.
Yeah, except for the house that he has is probably smaller.
That's fine.
Probably doesn't have a yacht. I
don't need that. See, for me, it comes back down to the ambition thing. That's fine.
You're a Dunkelman.
I'm a Dunkelman.
Hopefully we get that going. If nothing else comes from this show, hopefully Dunkelmans are people who are just not. And it probably wasn't his fault. I'm sure that they made the decision for him not to be.
I'm sure it wasn't his fault. See, for me, it'd be like I wouldn't even. Actually, Dunkelman's probably better than me because I wouldn't even have myself in that position in the first place.
Right. To be Dunkelman.
Right.
I get it. Yeah. Gerald's saying that it says here that he quit before they let him go, but I think we all know how that works. He was going to get let go.
He was going to get let go, so he quit. Yeah.
You're not going to fire me.
That's right.
I'm going to Dunkelman myself. But he was always going to be fired.
Now he gets to do random things and just go about his business.
It wasn't his fault, but it never needed two hosts.
Right, it didn't. And if you think about it, I mean, in a certain sense, from a certain point of view, i.e. mine, Ryan Seacrest really ended up getting the shit end of the deal. Because that dude probably works like 26 hours a day to do all the shit he does.
So.
And I don't need that in my life. No, it's not worth it.
He's well compensated.
That's where
he chooses to do all that, though.
I don't need $70 million.
He chooses to do all that.
Right, I understand that. And that's a level of ambition that I can't even wrap my head around.
And now Dunkelman chooses to work at the Costco.
Right.
Because...
And make random appearances.
He doesn't get to say Dunkelman out either, like Seacrest does.
Well, that's fine.
I don't even know where you make random appearances at because I don't know who really knows him.
He has random appearances on shows. I did see that. He was...
As a joke. He was on American Idol as a joke. He came back as a joke. Like a poke of fun.
Yeah, but that was like... All that stuff is like easy money, dude.
How much could that even pay, though? Shout out to Brian Dunkelman. Maybe we get him on the show.
It's probably more than I make, so...
Probably. I think everything in Hollywood pays more than we make.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm good with that.
We should get started because I've been sick this week, so I actually played a lot. We had a video of Kane Brown playing for some reason.
For some reason, that's on our Twitter.
Kane Brown is?
Yeah, that's our Twitter right there. He's on our feed. Did you say you don't like Kane Brown?
No, I do like him.
Oh, I don't have an opinion about him.
How many followers does Dunkelman have?
I don't think his music's country music, but I guess in today's thing, it is.
Yeah,
considered country music, but
I mean, you would probably consider that like country pop, but I don't like to put shit in boxes. Be what you are.
It's all country pop nowadays.
Yeah. Put a snap track back there, a little auto tune, good to go.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a beach, I think. Is that a beach?
That's a hotel room. Or his house.
Oh, yeah, that's a chandelier. It looked like a beach and a dock. I think I'm stroking out.
Man.
Are we... Yeah, why is it? I think we're following MTV, maybe.
Are we following it? No? Are we not?
Oh, it's just an ad. They bought that fucking spot on our feed.
Oh, yeah, it's promoted by Coors Light.
Asshole.
I see.
All right, let's get started because I played a ton.
Okay.
I played, let's see. I played Stadia.
Let me run through mine first.
Okay, go ahead.
Because mine is not a ton. Mine is more Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, still playing that.
I'm still playing that. I'm just really taking my time with it. It's becoming more and more clear to me. The story is interesting. It looks phenomenal. But the story is... Or the game is very, very repetitive.
Right.
It's constantly doing the same things, which I guess is probably pretty typical of that type of game. That's not to say it's not fun what you're doing. It's always fun to fight hordes of bad guys, but for that reason, it doesn't warrant 8 hours at a time. It's go here, do this quest, come back. Go here, do this quest, come back. I spend a lot of time wandering around looking for some of the different collectibles and stuff. I still think it's a super enjoyable game, but as I play it longer, I mean, I've been playing it for, a month now, almost, probably. And I'm probably halfway through the game. Most of that is because I'm not spending a significant amount of time whenever I do play it. You could probably get through this game faster, but I'm doing a lot of side stuff. So,
yeah, you jumped in the party last night. I'm not sure you accomplished anything while we were playing.
No, I did.
Did you? It didn't sound like it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because at one point, remember, someone was like, "Oh, maybe you better not jump into Fall Guys."
Yeah, but I thought you were just like out there wandering around and encountered somebody.
Well, I was. That situation did happen, but yeah, no, I was opening up different parts of the map before I move on, which is kind of what I do.
So I played some... You done? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I played some Stadia. Just to get back in there, I played the Crata. That was the game I jumped in to play. It's like so you can build your own worlds and whatever, blah, blah, blah. It felt like that game on Xbox that I can't remember the name of. Project Spark? Is that the name of it?
The one where you did all your own building?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, yeah.
It felt like that. It also ran like hot shit. I don't know if it didn't run well? Stadia. It did not run well. I don't know if it was the game. I don't know if it was a Stadia thing. See, you could just have like these environments. You could pop something. I played some sort of weird farming game that was in here, where you had to like go and buy seeds and plant them and then harvest them and sell them, and you could buy other stuff. It was bizarre. It seemed to work okay.
This game doesn't look fun to me.
I'm not gonna play it again. So I played that. I started with that. That's actually why I jumped in Stadia, because I wanted to check that out. And I didn't love that. So then I played. Let me get my phone in here Just Shapes and Beats, which I played. It's a rhythm game, puzzle game thing. It was fine. It ran perfect. Had no issues. I had also no desire to play it anymore. And then I played Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. I spent the most time with this one. It's
Monster
fun.
Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Yeah, it's fun.
Was that a kind of a boy and his blob type deal, or?
No, it's like a weird. So everyone get pissed off at me real quick. I guess Monster Boy is probably like a thing in Japan.
Okay.
I got the vibe like this is an established character and/or franchise.
Got it.
It's a cartoon platformer, like a cartoony look, almost like an anime,
like an anime style.
Sorta. It doesn't look like that. That would be cool.
I guess we're seeing the trailer here.
See, that looks like what it's designed off of, which looks like a cartoon to me. This is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Old school platform. I see it.
Mm-hmm. It was fine. I would classify it as fine. I could play it again.
But you probably won't.
I don't know. If I was going to play, of the three that I played, if I was going to play something again, it would probably be that.
That'd be that one?
But probably won't. You're right. Probably won't.
You probably won't.
Yeah. So I played that. And then Vader Immortal came out.
Mm-hmm.
For PSVR. And I scooped that up. It is $29.99. I did have the $10 Sony had sent me, so $19.99 for it, plus taxes. It's 3 episodes, so it's Vader Immortal episode 1, 2, and 3. They are 3 separate downloads. They show up as 3 separate deals on your cross-media bar. But
it's all one purchase for $30.
It is all one purchase. Yeah, they do show up separately, though.
So you can't buy one for 10.
I don't think so. I don't think you can buy one.
You can only buy all 3. Okay.
And I wish they were one button.
What do you mean?
So it's 3. Like I have to play Vader Immortal episode 1, then I have to close the application and open Vader Immortal episode 2.
Got it. Okay.
I wish they were one complete edition like button.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were going to let somebody play it, it'd be cool. It would be cool to be able to play it start to finish, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Without the break in between.
Yeah, Gerald, you don't want to show this because this is all the game. It would be cool if you could just start it and finish it versus starting it, playing it, finishing episode 1, backing out, starting episode 2, because it takes to start up and be playing probably takes 5 minutes of load time.
Wow.
And then it recaps the last episode because it came out episodically on Oculus.
Right.
But I don't need the recap because I played it 30 seconds ago.
Because you just played it, yeah.
Right.
5 minutes ago.
You and I have talked about this.
We have. I haven't picked it up yet, but I plan to.
It's neat. It seems well done. I had some slight control issues a couple times. A spot on a ladder where I just actually had to quit the game. Because it would not let me move.
Okay.
And I had a part in... Oh, wait. I didn't have to quit for the ladder. Let me back up. I had to get off the ladder, back up, try it from a different angle, and then it let me climb down. It let me climb, but I kept getting stuck. I was in the lightsaber dojo, which is a thing, like a separate thing you can do, and there I had to quit because it never would start the next wave. Like I was just hung up. There was nothing to kill or nothing to do.
Okay.
So I had to back out and go back into that. It's fun. I'm not going to go back in, I don't think, and do any of the dojo stuff.
No.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff where, like, about halfway through, one of my hands quit working.
Like your actual hand, or when your
the
wands
actual hand
quit?
of the game? No, I was still hooked up and working. Like the tracking function was working. I couldn't open and close my hand anymore.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know what that was about. I restarted. It seemed to work fine. I was trying to hold a gun over there and it wasn't working.
Just a thing that happened.
Yeah, so there's also some other weird stuff. It doesn't appear... Like in the beginning, I think it says press any button to continue. You have to press the trigger.
Ah.
So I think that's a map over from Oculus.
Right.
And there's another point where it actually told me to use it actually shows you which button to use, and it's not that button.
So you have to figure out which one it is?
Yeah, so maybe that'll be patched out. I mean, it just came out, so I'm sure they'll get those little things fixed.
Right.
I did play with the Move controllers. I believe that you have to, but I don't know that.
I would imagine you probably have to, yeah.
Because you have in-game hands, so. But it's neat. It's very short. I knew it was short going in. I don't think I knew it was this short. I didn't see an hour count. I just kept seeing people say it's short. It's very short. But it's neat. Like, I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. I've said that before on here.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to being in that world. Like, there's something to it.
So a Star Wars fan will probably really enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know, friend of the show, Marshall 205, was asking before you got on, because he's got it in his cart.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Will I like it?" And I said, "Do you like Star Wars?" And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "I would think so then." You know, I think it's that simple, because I didn't hate my time with it. Now, I thought my time with it was awful short. Now, have bragged on VR in the past for being nice, bite-sized
experiences.
When I say that, I think I'm talking about like 4 to 6 hours. It's not that. So,
Use 2.5.
Yeah, I think it's about 2.5 hours. The episodes are about 40 minutes apiece ish. I spent some time wandering around though, which probably made mine
it's
a little
literally
bit
like playing a movie then.
Yeah,
like the length of a movie.
Sure, but it tells 10 minutes worth of story.
The rest is you fighting?
Not really. The rest is you just going to the next part that is going to advance the story.
Oh.
I mean, it's not set over 10 minutes, but there's actual maybe 10 minutes of narrative there.
Okay.
So it's like a movie in length, but not like a movie in content.
Unless you take the interactive aspect into it, you're playing the movie,
right? Again, I didn't dislike it. I'm so that's the dojo stuff there that they're showing.
I guess what I'm asking, I guess what's not really clear is the length of it. Is it a disappointment? Like, do you give it a mark against it because of the length?
Yes.
Okay.
At 3 episodes and $30. So for me, because I don't think the gameplay is excellent.
Okay. So
for me, I feel like because the value of just being in that world isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would need. I guess I need more length. I know it doesn't matter. Length doesn't equate to value, but I think I need more for me
in order to make it worth it for you. But there is like the addition of the dojo challenges.
Yeah, I'm never going to do those.
That you won't do, but a Star Wars fans probably will. So they'll probably get quite a few more hours out of it.
Based on the trophies, I don't know that a Star Wars fan will. Because it doesn't appear that anyone is getting those trophies.
Well, it just came out on Friday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's got a ton of people who've played it already.
But aren't the trophies pretty significant as far as what you need to do in the dojos?
It's just 10 waves, 20 waves, 30 waves, 40 waves, and get all the stars. The trophies are the same for every episode. There is no platinum. You get one for playing the story, and you get all the others from the dojo, and they're the same in every one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
The dojos are different, so there's 3 separate dojos. The dojo literally has you standing in place with a lightsaber doing your thing. I played for 10 minutes. I think I made it to wave 5, and I was like, okay, if this is what it is, I guess I'm good. You do unlock rewards in there for playing. They're not usable in the narrative, but they're usable in the dojo. But not anything to bring me back. But
okay.
I think there's value in being in that world. I think if you're not a big Star Wars fan, you should maybe wait for a sale.
Well, I think even when it came out for Oculus, I think one of the major selling points for the game was that it was an experience for Star Wars fans. I mean, it was marketed that way.
Well, so with Oculus, I think they actually had... I think there's something to this game being episodic because it is so short.
Right.
Because I think you would have counted your wait time in between episodes like as part of the experience and the value. As part of that time?
Right.
Because this came out all at once, there's not that. I actually played episode 1 the first night that I played them, and then I played episode 2 and 3 the next morning.
Okay.
So I didn't do it all in one sitting. You could, though. I would recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it for $30 if you're not a Star Wars fan. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'm pretty comfortable with $30. I think that's okay.
You think a Star Wars fan would play more?
No.
No?
No, I really don't. I don't think the dojos are fun. So I really don't think that you're going to play more than what I played, even as a Star Wars fan. You might fuck around in there. I didn't find any enjoyment out of what it has you doing in the dojo.
Okay. I guess we'll see. Because I'm probably going to pick it up.
But I think the game itself, if you're a Star Wars fan, is worth $30. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I think VR is a different beast when you talk about pricing. I think it's hard to price a VR game because you know it's not going to sell very many copies.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect world, it's not going to sell very many copies. And you get an experience out of VR that you don't ever get playing any other game, and you can tell me to fuck off if you want. Not you, but anyone who doesn't play VR. But I'm telling you, there's something different about being there.
No, there is. I know that from playing VR.
Yeah, that to me, if this was a 2-hour normal experience that you paid $30 for, you'd be livid.
Right.
But there's a scene that takes place pretty early on that's fucking incredible. For me, like, I got my feels when it was all happening. I think it's cool. And there's, you get to do things in that, when you first get a lightsaber, it's a badass feeling. When you first turn it on, the game doesn't tell you how to turn it on either, so you're just fucking poking buttons. And when you do it, you're like, oh my God, I did it. That's cool too. So there's some cool moments in there, even for like I said, for a non-Star Wars fan. But as a Star Wars fan, I'm sure it's worth the money. Just be prepared for it to be 2.5 hours long, and know that you're going to have to do the arena stuff if you're interested, which again has you standing in place, kind of doing combat stuff. So I played that. I also picked up the Linkin Park Beat Saber pack. You can feel how you want about Linkin Park, but it's part of my youth. So to me, it was enjoyable to get in there and play. I don't actually like the boards they built for the Linkin Park pack. It's kind of like grayish, like Subway, and the blue is not very blue on the blocks. I don't love that. It's got like there it is. See, it's got a real...
Looks like a Subway, yep.
And it's got like a weird... The color is not as vibrant as normal. So all the boards are played on that, with that aesthetic. Beat Saber's incredible. Those songs are fun. I am stuck somewhere between normal and hard. I'm not good enough to play on hard consistently. I'm not bad enough to stick on medium, so I don't know. But I just enjoy playing Beat Saber. Beat Saber is definitely one of those things where, like, the expectation, like, versus reality. I think I look super cool when I play it.
And
I think I look like
ridiculous.
This guy. I 100% look ridiculous. But I think I look like this guy that's playing right here on this video.
Right.
I think I look like a badass, as if I'm dancing with lightsabers. What I think I look like is just a dude trying to swat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
That's what I think I look like. Or I probably look like, but I think I look like.
Just waving the flies away from his face.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look anything like that. But that game's fun to play, and it makes you feel cool, even though you're definitely not. So I played some of that, and then I started Golem, and then I finished Golem. I didn't beat it. I think I'm just finished with it.
You just didn't like it.
I didn't like it at all.
Yes.
So I don't know if I didn't give it enough of a chance or I didn't like it. I don't like to keep playing things I don't like.
Right. You don't.
And I think I paid $30 for that. So if you want to talk about value, Star Wars was much better value.
Was the much better value because you actually finished it?
Yeah, because I I have zero plans to play Golem again. Or Golem. I think they say Golem in the game.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Golem. I think it's Golem.
It was fun, I guess. You control things with this Dreamer headset, this VR headset. You actually control the golems or these dolls. You're a tiny one right there. You're controlling it. See how big that guy looked?
Yeah,
looked huge. Eventually, you control that. You use this weird wand thing. It looks like a move controller to control them, and that speed that it showed it walking at, that's like full speed.
So they're pretty slow.
Yeah, so I'm not even controlling a golem. Maybe they're not slow. I'm still controlling a doll, but it feels right now like it's artificially like making me walk slow to lengthen the game. I'm probably not going to go back to that one. That did not feel like VR time spent wisely.
That's fair.
Then I played a lot more Fall Guys. I finally popped my trophy for my 20th win, and I am on level 39, so I'm super close to completing the season pass, or whatever they call it in that game.
But you got to hit 40?
40 is the cap there. Still like 20 some odd days left or something like that. So, I really like Fall Guys. It's interesting. Season 2 is going to totally switch it up, which we'll talk about. I don't know that it has staying power. I still feel that way, but I really like Fall Guys. It's interesting. Played some more Farming Simulator, played some Wreckfest. I think that was it. So it was a busy week as far as games. Oh, I played back into Animal Crossing. I had taken some days off, but I got back into that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I finally got on. I was finally up late one night, so I got on last night with you guys. I didn't play any of the games you were playing, but finally got to chat with you guys.
Yeah, friend of the show, Marshall 205, was trying hard to get you on Fall Guys.
He was, and I was having none of it.
What's funny is the night before we had planned on to stop playing Fall Guys and play Wreckfest because he wasn't enjoying himself. And then friend of the show, Patman, jumped on and wanted to play Fall Guys, so we stayed in. So he was last night like, hey, I'm not going to play Fall Guys. So we were playing Wreckfest, and then it was his idea to jump over to Fall Guys.
It was his idea to jump over to Fall Guys.
And then we played for...
But I feel like, I don't know this for sure, all right? I know that the good friend Marshall 205 is a very competitive person.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't like losing. So I feel like part of his motive for... I think the key to going into Fall Guys was bringing me in because I never played it before.
So I think he wanted to play with you to see what you thought about it because I think he thinks you'll rage out. But you being bad at it won't help him be better at it.
Oh, you're right.
So I think you're partially right.
I think you've said he's bad at it, right?
He's getting better at it.
He's getting better at it.
He was bad at it when we started. He's getting better. I think the motive. He's definitely not bad at it anymore. He was bad at it.
He was bad at it.
He's still getting better, but he's decent now. I think the motive was to have someone else to also fail. I don't think it was specifically to have you fail.
Just another person in there that.
So the problem when him and I play together, I go to the finals most of the time.
Okay.
So if he loses in the first round, he has to watch me play for 5 minutes.
Right, and that's no fun.
No. But I'm also not going to lose just because he's having to watch, you know?
Right.
I'm marching to the end. It's probably frustrating. When I go out early, I'm super frustrated. So if you go out a lot early on, it probably is frustrating. But yeah, I don't think his motive was like, I want someone to be better than. I think his motive was just like, I want someone else to get in here and be frustrated as well.
That could be as well.
Yeah, because
That's
like I said, you can be terrible. It's not going to help him qualify.
No, but we can be terrible together.
Right, yeah. I think it's just, yeah, exactly.
Because I guarantee you I'm terrible at that game.
It's it's party games. Most of them are like speed-based platformers, though.
Yeah. Without playing it, I can tell you without ever having played it, just from watching videos, that I will not be any good at that game.
Yeah. I think I'm good at it. I would like to play with a group of people who are really good to know. Fall Guys doesn't work like that, though. You just play with anybody.
Right.
But I think I'm okay at it. I'm winning. That's cool. I looked at the trophies. Only 21% of people who've ever even played it have a win. So if you're out there and haven't won, don't be discouraged because most people don't.
Huh.
About 80% of you no wins.
But you have more than one.
I have 21 now.
21 wins?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the trophy for getting
the
20 wins,
yep,
and then I won one more after that. So I'm at 21 now.
And I've never even played it.
Producer
Gerald, have you played this yet?
You played it?
Oh, Producer Gerald played it.
When did you play it? Yeah, what'd you think of it? Played it Wednesday.
Did you like it?
Didn't like it.
Did not like it.
Did you not like it because you were bad at it? See, I feel like Fall Guys is one of those things when you first start playing it, you don't even understand. Like, you obviously know the objective, but like, there's little tricks to it that you won't benefit from coming in like late on. Now, you could jump into season 2 and start fresh with everybody else. But like coming in now, most people know the little tricks to each course. You only played one round or one thing? One step?
He played one step and got to the 4th round.
What did you not like about it? Yeah. It says it wasn't fun.
That's how I'd probably feel about it. It just would not be an enjoyable time for me.
It does depend on the courses you get to. So I like some of them better than others. I don't like the team stuff at all. Yeah, he said it was by himself. I've been playing a lot by myself too, though. I like that game a lot. I don't need to think while I play. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not for me. I do have it downloaded, but I'm pretty sure it's not for me.
You should try it. Just to
all right, maybe I will
to see.
Maybe I won't.
But I mean, it is PS Plus, so no harm if it's not for you. But
right,
I don't think it's for everybody for sure. But yeah, it was all right. I like it.
Oh, what trophy did you pop?
Yeah, I think if you qualify for the first time you qualify, I think you get a trophy.
I probably won't ever even get that one.
You'll qualify. It starts with like 60 people, and a lot of times the first round takes like 42, so you'll eventually just qualify. Let's move on to the news because there's a bunch. Follow us on Patreon, all that good stuff. Opening night at Gamescom happened. Obviously, some more announcements have come on the following days. We're recording this on Sunday. I think for the most part, we'll just focus on day one stuff, the opening night stuff. That was the show, the production.
That was the real stuff, really.
The Jeff Keighley production for Gamescom 20. So I'm going to go in some kind of order to how they actually played out. They opened with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which was officially announced just a couple days before Gamescom. They showed a cinematic scene for it.
Everybody's super excited about it. I say
good.
everybody, with the exclusion of me.
I'm not going to play it. It looked good.
It did look good. I won't play it either. I mean, I think we've covered the fact that we don't enjoy the Call of Duty games.
Yeah, they did show
Producer
off.
Gerald does.
Yeah,
he can clue us into it.
They showed off a scene that had never been shown before publicly. They count that as a world premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Much like Game Awards, they like that world premiere term.
World premiere.
Yeah, the Game Awards is big on that, and they were big on that here. It was all cutscene.
Yeah, no, we didn't see any official gameplay.
Then they showed off Unknown 9, which was also a world premiere. I thought this looked cool. It's an action-adventure game from Reflector. It's a narrative-driven game that features a protagonist that's able to manipulate the world around her. And, again, cinematic trailer, but it looked cool. I don't know what the game will be. When it zooms out at the end, it shows multiple characters, so I don't know how all that goes. But just based off what they show, I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. This one looks pretty good. I'm a little worried that and I always worry about this with when games sound super complicated like that. I'm worried that the controller scheme is gonna be too complicated for me, and it never is. But I still worry about it for whatever reason.
Yeah, there's not enough shown to have really any idea at what you're doing in that game. But the idea looks neat to me, and the little girl gets a look in her eyes right here in the beginning that tells me that she's going to be a badass. This look when she turns around to everybody else right here. Look at this. Look at that.
She's like, yeah.
That's the look of somebody that just figured it out.
And she gets that little smirk. She's like, yeah, it's on now.
Yeah. Then they showed off the single-player DLC for Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods Part 1. Looked like Doom to me.
Looks like Doom. Looks good. People that love Doom are going to love it.
Sure. No excitement for me, but it looked fine. You can skip that one. Don't even worry about pasting that one in. Then they showed, they had Casey Hudson on from BioWare to talk about Dragon Age. They showed off some concept art stuff for Dragon Age. I'm super confused about Dragon Age. I guess I didn't think it was in that early of production.
No.
And maybe it's because they showed off the teaser for it 2 years ago.
All they showed was
the logo.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, he said in this pre-recorded video that it's in very early production, which I guess I just assumed it was further along than that for sure.
It's still got a ways to go. I did too. I thought it was much closer to being a realization than it is.
That game's probably 2 to 3 years out, maybe even longer if that's all they could show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was almost distracted by that more than I could even pay attention because I'm like, really? That's it?
After 2 years, this is where we're at? From pre-production to pre-production?
It's and I guess I would think that they were working on it before they showed the logo.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't day one.
Right. I don't know. I guess it was. Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, they showed that off. Then they went to World of Warcraft Shadowlands. The next expansion, which will release on October 27th. Looked like WoW.
Yep. Comes out October 27th, so not long to wait.
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. They kind of showed off these flashback tapes that give you they're more they're kind of like they go back to the old Crash like perfect run type deals. You have to not get hit up to a certain point to unlock these in the game. I don't know, Crash 4 looks like Crash 4 to me. Like it looks like where you would go with it. Not going to play it.
I feel like I'm past the Crash point. I mean, Crash was cool when he first came out. And now it's not what I'm looking for out of my experiences anymore. Crash is going to... There's a few games on here that are just going to have a huge, nostalgia aspect to them.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it. I think it looks fun. It looks like Crash. If I find it somewhere for $5 or $6, sure, I would probably give it a go, but I don't see me buying that game.
Yeah, I know I won't be buying it.
Star Wars Squadrons first-person pilot Star Wars Squadrons game was shown. They demonstrated a look at a single-player mission with the Empire fighting against the Rebel Alliance. In this particular mission, the game is fully playable in VR, which is the reason I'm fully interested in it. Again, I don't care about Star Wars, but I do care about good VR games.
Yeah.
And it looks like a good VR game to me.
Yeah, I've never been, like the thing about Star Wars for me, and I know this is, for a lot of Star Wars fans, I know this is like blasphemy, but I've always enjoyed the more grounded aspects of it and the mystical religion and all that. The space stuff was always cool, but it was never what I went to Star Wars for. The dogfights and stuff. I mean, I like the ships and all that, but I like them more as a way to get from one place to another rather than the dogfights and space battles. I'm not into space battles and stuff. So, but I will be trying this out. I will be picking this up and playing Squadrons. I don't know if I'll be playing it in VR or not, but I'll be playing it.
Oh, dude, you gotta VR it up.
I don't have to do nothing because I'm.
You gotta VR it up. You have the tools. You could be in the cockpit.
I could. That's probably how I will be playing it. Yes, but
you have the tools. They have said that it is a shorter experience and it is not a full price game. So also something to keep in mind that hopefully it's going to hit at that $20, $30, $40 price range. I guess it'd be $30 to $40 because it's EA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that looked like it's looked every time they've shown it. It looks good. I'm interested in that one. Mafia Definitive Edition looked great. No interest in it.
Yeah, it's not even the best Mafia game.
It's being remastered by Mafia 3 Studio Hangar 13. Then they showed off Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which will be available next spring. It features content from all 9 main films. It will be available for next gen as well, and I did not think that this looked very good.
No, it's Lego
trying dated.
To do the nostalgia thing.
Getting kind of dated.
Yeah. Lego's kind of going the Telltale route where got to come up with something new, man.
Yeah, it's not a new game. It looks like they're just recycling it again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it holds up that great to me anymore. Then they showed off Fall Guys Season 2, which was Jeff Keighley teased this bitch from the start of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Drove me crazy with it. I'm like, just show the shit or stop talking about it. As somebody who likes Jeff Keighley and likes Fall Guys, I didn't want to hear about it anymore. It looked totally different, which I think is refreshing. It's the same kind of games, but it's totally reskinned and retooled for Season 2. I was wondering if they were going to add new levels into rotation and keep the old ones. It looks like they totally scrapped the old ones and it's all new each season, which I think that game will need to stay fresh. They also have new costumes. The guy working on it looks like he's in a dorm room and he's 13. That guy look young to you?
Yeah, he looks a little young.
Well, he's in a dorm room.
And he does look like he's sitting in a dorm room.
So as you can see, these are the new levels. They're still bright and colorful, which I think is a benefit to Fall Guys. I think the bright color palette is nice right now. But they are kind of centered around a medieval theme. So you have the new costumes like knights and wizards and mages and different stuff like that. The levels look sort of the same, sort of different, but they're not just reskins, I don't think. They look different in most cases. There's a dragon, a witch, maybe a Viking.
Yeah.
Like that's a totally different thing they're doing right there where they're like moving those blocks around. Which looks like chaos. But yeah, Fall Guys Season 2, I think did they give a date on that? October.
All they said is October, I believe.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. That guy's 13 and he's in a dorm.
Yeah, he's super young.
I think he's like a lead artist. Also, he tells you to follow Fall Guys Twitter, but you should do that anyways because it's a great Twitter account. It's excellent. Then they showed off Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, which is it is built for the Oculus. It's playable on the Oculus Rift and Oculus Quest via the Oculus Link cable. I don't think it's going to be for PSVR early on, but it looked good to me.
Yeah, it's Medal of Honor for VR.
Yeah, well, it looked fine. Then they showed off Destiny 2 Beyond the Light. Again, it looked good. Not going to play Destiny. Looked good.
Apparently, it's going to really bring some changes to the Destiny universe as far as gameplay goes. It's really going to change both how PvE and PvP work. So that's a good thing. The changes in, keep it from getting stagnant. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good to see taking chances, I like chance taking, especially when it pays off. It appears to me that the Destiny has fully become what people wanted it to be. Has fully, yeah.
It's one of those, we brag about those games a lot, and we probably don't brag about Destiny enough, but that game is really, not now,
yeah.
I mean, way before now, it's really become a thing.
Yeah, way before now, it really caught up to the vision it laid out for people. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, Destiny, and then they showed the second gameplay look at Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for the PS5 during the presentation. It was captured on a PlayStation 5. The gameplay demo begins with the two heroes chasing down Dr. Nefarious and falling through a portal, immediately transitioning to combat. It looks like a Ratchet and Clank game. I want to play it. I assume that this game is going to be fairly close to ready around launch. Sony has not said, but I bet this game is close.
Yeah, it sucks because this doesn't really interest me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to want something to play.
Smart.
When the PS5 comes out.
Fucking smart, Sony.
So, what am I probably picking up?
If it's out at launch, I don't know why you don't buy it, I
mean, it was the same way. I wasn't interested in Knack. But Knack and Assassin's Creed were like the only games available when the PS4 launched. So
now, if it puts you at any kind of ease, this game will be 20 to 30 times better than Knack. I could say that definitively without playing it.
Well, I finished Knack. I like Knack.
Yeah, I like Knack too. This game will be better than Knack.
And yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you, though, for assuming I'm an idiot.
Well, I know, but I mean, you like Knack. I like Knack. I played the second Knack too. What I'm saying is, this game will be a better purchase than Knack, though.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yes.
So,
but like I said, I'm not interested in it. But I'll probably be picking it up because
I feel like Sony wants people to love Ratchet and Clank. They've kind of when they re-released the reimagining of the first one, they kind of like retconned their relationship because they didn't like each other a ton at first.
Right.
And now they're best buds in the re-release, the reimagining of the first game.
Right.
People want them to love Ratchet and Clank, and I think they're fine. I don't think they're like flagship characters.
No, they're not Mario. Or
they're not fucking Mario, and everybody chases that dragon, but there's only one Mario.
There's only one Mario.
And you don't need to have your own Mario because he exists.
I mean, it's not the thing about Ratchet and Clank is they're not Mario. They're not Link. They're not Samus. They're
the power of Nintendo will always be how beloved their characters are.
Right. And Sony and Microsoft want that so bad.
But I don't know why.
They're not there. Right? There's no reason for it. I understand.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Ratchet and Clank looks good. I'm also interested in it. I will tell you, nothing blew my pants off that they showed. There's some things I'm interested in, though. So I guess that's a win.
Yeah, I'm about in the same place, I find. And I think I've talked about it before, but I wonder if my age is part of it as I'm getting older.
Do you think you're less interested in gaming?
I wonder. I do still enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But I don't have that same level of excitement as I used to for anything. And I don't know if it's just nothing is exciting to me. Or if it's just gaming itself that's becoming less and less exciting for me.
What would you do in your free time if you didn't play games, I guess is the question.
I would watch movies or television shows or something like that.
See, and you answered that immediately, and you're passionate about those things. If I wasn't playing, I don't know what I would do.
Right. See, gaming, I've always had, gaming has always shared a spot with movies and TV shows. And actually, I probably have more of a love for movies than I do for video games.
Right.
So why this is another fun hobby that I do really enjoy enough to come on every week and talk about it and pay attention to it. It's not my first love. Movies are my first love. I'm a huge cinephile. I read books about it. I listen to podcasts about them. And you listen to a lot of gaming podcasts. And I don't listen to any. Everything I listen to podcast-wise is movies.
Yeah, I mean, video games for me have always been the way I process my stress.
Right.
The way I escape. It's also about the interaction I have with my friends. I wonder if that's part of it, because a huge part of it is getting on every night and talking to whoever's playing.
Right.
And I know that you play mostly by yourself. So I wonder if, not having that part of it also, I don't know how I would feel about it as if I always play by myself. I probably would feel differently. I play by myself maybe once a week. But
I don't get excited for any of the games that come out anymore. I don't know. It could be the level of games that are coming out, but everything just seems to be everything that's coming out either seems to be an incredibly generic rehash of something that's already been done, or something that's trying to push the boundaries so much that it takes me right out of it.
Yeah. See, I feel sort of the same, but I guess I feel like it's either like look at this shit that we slapped out, or it's 100 hours, and I don't have 100 hours.
Right. Like Control. In my head, Control is an awesome concept for a game. As far as what I want to do when I'm playing, I gave up on that game quickly.
Yeah, I still want to play Control, but I haven't. I don't know. I go through phases where I feel like that, but I've never felt like that for an extended period of time. I go through phases where I'm like, maybe I should play less, or maybe I want to play less, but they don't stick very long to me because I truly still enjoy like going in and playing something. And I mean, like yesterday, I feel like I totally rediscovered VR,
right?
Which is cool to me because it opens up a lot of avenues. Fall Guys has been refreshing. It's been something different. The next season for Rocket League will kick off soon. That'll pull us back in there. It's partially playing, but it's also partially like having that
social interaction.
Yeah, that social interaction at night, and
which I've gotten out of. I've started going to bed early.
Yeah, we give each other shit. Like we had a moment last night with the three of us on where I almost cried. I was laughing so hard.
The fucking cup.
Yeah, and it probably wasn't even funny, but it hit right.
It wasn't funny. It was just.
It hit right though. It was funny. Like I thought my part was funny, but Marshall 205's part was totally ridiculous. Like where he went was totally ridiculous. And the last thing I probably would have thought
concept was ridiculous. The whole concept. I'm like, no, that's not what that means at all. You guys are stupid.
But it was. Those are the moments, and those happen once or twice a night every time we play.
Yeah.
Even when it's just him and I, which again, I've talked about him on the show. He's one of the best people I know.
Yeah, and it was really nice to be in with you guys again last night.
And he is funny, and it was stupid, and it was funny, and you got tickled, and then I got even more tickled. And then the more we talked about it,
it was a good time. Yeah, it was. So you're right. Those moments are great.
Yeah, and so I think that that's a big part of it as well. And I think that when I start getting a little burnout, a new game helps, but I also think like those moments help too.
Yeah.
Let's jump on to what's coming out. That was into Gamescom. That was opening night live. There is other stuff out there that you can see. They've had more gameplay looks at some other stuff. Some other announcements come about, but for the news' sake, that was the easiest thing for us to kind of compile into a list.
Correct.
Release dates for September. We'll start with September 1st. Crusader Kings 3 for PC. MX vs. ATV All Out for Switch. Do not buy that game. I have it on PS4. It is not very good. On the same date, the 1st again, we have Tell Me Why Chapter 2 from Xbox One and PC. That's Don't Nod, right?
That's Don't Nod, yep.
Yep.
By all accounts, it's really good.
And I think, tell me why Chapter 1 is free on Game Pass, or is about to be free on Game Pass to get started.
It's already out. They're actually releasing, Don't Nod's doing things differently this time. They've got the episodes all made. They're releasing them 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, and I think the first one is free on Game Pass, or about to be free on Game Pass, so you can get started there and see what you think. September 4th, we're getting Doraemon,
Story of Seasons, I guess.
I don't know what this is, but Gerald pulled up a video of it earlier, and it looks pretty like up my alley.
Up your alley?
It says cute farming sim.
Oh, Jesus.
Doesn't it look good? Yeah. It looks like...
No, it doesn't look good.
Don't be that way. It looks like Nino Cooney and Harvest Moon had a baby.
Yeah.
It's got that vibe, that look. Yeah, I might check that one out.
Yeah, that's also coming out that day.
That's for PS4. I don't know if I said.
Also coming out that day on September 4th is Marvel's Avengers for PS4, Xbox One, PC. NBA 2K21, again, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the PS4, Xbox One, and the PC.
Shout out to Doraemon for going up against the big hitters.
Really?
Also, I think we're saying that wrong.
What, Doraemon?
Yeah, it's probably not said that way.
It's probably not, but, I mean, that's what I got to go off.
They don't look good to you?
No.
That horse. Look at that horse.
It looks fucking stupid.
Coming out the same day as Marvel Avengers, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 2. So shout out to them for having just watermelons for balls.
Yeah, those are some big fucking nuts. That's true.
Coming right out against the killers of September. September 8th, Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Worst name ever. Best name ever. Same time. September 8th, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
September 15th, we've got Fight Crab for the Switch.
I don't know what that is.
Me either. I feel like I have to check it out, though, because I need to know what a Fight Crab is.
A Fight Crab.
And also, we've got Spelunky 2 coming out for the PS4 and the PC.
Well, Spelunky has a following. Oh, Fight Crab doesn't look like I thought it would.
Fight Crab. Oh, there's Fight Crab. Here's an official trailer.
I think that's a Disney Plus commercial.
Is that an ad?
Yeah,
okay.
That's Fight Crab there. They look like giant crabs that fight.
Giant crabs that fight? I guess it kind of makes... Are those
that
crabs on mopeds?
Yeah, that one had... I'm not going to play that. I don't like that at all.
This is like a takeoff of that. Have you seen that video where the crab gets the knife in its hand?
Yeah.
And its claw and is swinging it? It's like a play off of that.
Crabs are sea spiders, so I'm not going to play that. September 18th, WWE 2K Battlegrounds for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I'll just finish this list out because it kind of sucks from here on out.
Go ahead.
September 22nd, 13th Sentinels, PS4. September 24th, Serious Sam 4, PC. September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And finally, September 30th, Baldur's Gate 3 for PC, which doesn't suck, but it's only for PC.
Right.
So, September it definitely peaks on September 4th.
Actually, honestly, the thing that most excites me on this is Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. I remember when I originally played that game, I had a lot of fun with it. And now so much time has gone by that I've forgotten it. I kind of would like to step into that world again. I think I want to step back into that and see.
How much should that game cost?
It should be no more than... It should be $29.99.
But I bet it's $39.99.
It should be no more than $39.99.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you need to get you back into the blast from the past. Maybe that's what you're... I think the problem with Ghost of Tsushima, as somebody who hasn't played it, just listening to you last night, there doesn't seem to be like a reason to press forward. To keep you like excited about it. Like you're playing it, you're having fun, all that's fine, but like there's not a like with Last of Us, like you had to see that story through.
Well, and that's where I think The Last of Us benefited from no side missions.
Right.
everything you do is pushing forward.
Right.
On this, there's side missions you can do, and you can open up the map and discover new locations and that kind of thing. And I'm spending a lot of time doing that. It may have screwed that up. Maybe I would enjoy it more if I had just pushed through the story, because the story is interesting to me, and I want to see where it goes. But I think took too much time with the side missions. The problem is the more side missions you do, the more chance you have to get the trophies. And I know that once I finish the game, I'm probably not going back to it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm pushing through, because they're not horrible. I don't hate doing them. It's not like, oh, I got to do another one of these. I don't feel that way about it. But I'm stepping in like, which one do I want to do? Because there's a fucking gazillion of them.
Right.
So there's certain ones that I want to do. They're called Mythic Tales. I have one of those left. Those really interest me. And there's some other stuff that I enjoy doing in there. But yeah, I think I'm kind of past part of the problem might be the filler aspect of games. I think I'm past that. I'm like, you know what? I'll if you want to give me all story, I will play an 8-hour fucking game. I will play a 4-hour game.
I'm into the bite size. I think that's the future for me. $30, 6 to 8 hours. I like that. I think that's a sweet spot for me.
I think that works out really, really good for me.
And with a 6 to 8 hour game, you can't afford fluff.
And the problem is, and I think that's why I'm having such a hard time reconciling these things, is because 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even less, I did kind of measure the value of a game by how much time I could put into it.
I think most people did, and a lot of people still do.
And I don't think I do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if you'll go back and listen, I struggled with that whenever I had that like light switch moment of, and VR really helped show me that like length doesn't equal value always. It can.
Right.
Like you can't argue the value in Red Dead or Grand Theft Auto or Witcher 3. You can't argue the value in those games because
right.
Or in Gerald's case, Fallout 76. Like you can't argue the value in those with length because it's obviously there. But some of the most magical experiences I've had in the last 4 years have been less than 10 hours.
Right.
That can also happen.
And the problem is I think when it comes to that, I always rate these things compared to Assassin's Creed 2. To me, Assassin's Creed 2 is the most perfect video game that's ever been created.
Mm-hmm.
That I've ever played. It's perfect. But it was a long game, but all of it was enjoyable. There's side missions in that. There's collectibles in that. I didn't have a problem with that. And I think that game holds the burden of everything else being held up against it and not meeting that expectation.
But you were a different person in a different time, too.
That's true. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, when you played that. So I think that probably also factors into it. But I think it's fine if people judge value off of length. I think I would hope that those people would also see that that's not the only value, though.
Right.
Because the more games that come out that are like Hellblade and the Ratchet and Clank remaster, which was a much shorter, cheaper experience,
right.
The VR stuff. Like as games come out and are not full price, Squadrons is coming out. Like as those games come out, like try them out. It doesn't have to be 60 hours. It doesn't have to be $60.
Absolutely.
Because I think there's value in those. Do you want to take this next one and we'll just keep it rolling?
Yeah, I can. Give me the exciting one, thanks. Xbox games with gold for September 2020. Let's see. For the Xbox One, we've got The Division. Keep in mind that's the first division. From September 1st to September 30th. And we have The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 from September 16th to October 15th. Also included with games of gold for Xbox are D-Blob 2 from September 1st to September 15th, and Armed and Dangerous from the 16th to the 30th.
I would argue that I did give you the exciting one. Google Stadia Pro is going to add 6 games for September, and it's going to lose 3. So new games for September are Ember, Gunsport, Hello Neighbor, Hitman, Metro Last Redux, whatever, and Super Bomberman R Online. Those are the 6 new games that are added. Get Packed, Grid, and Kona are leaving on August 31st. Look, it's I don't know whether games leave or not. I keep reading that when they go away, you lose them even if you claimed them. My games all still appear to be there. I see other people saying that you keep them. I don't know what's going on Stadia. I will let you know for sure after August 31st. I think they stay if you've claimed them. But I literally went looking after that. I pulled these games and I read like a handful of articles that all said the opposite of each other. So I don't really even know what's going on. There's not even enough people playing Stadia to know.
You will find out for us.
Yeah, I think it stays as long as you claim it. But all that's there on Stadia. That list no better than the Xbox, even though it's got girth.
And PS Plus isn't horrible, really. PS Plus games for September 2020 we've got Street Fighter V from September 1st to October 5th, and we have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, also known as PUBG, from September 1st to October 5th. So while not necessarily new games, at least there's some high profile there.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not interested in either of them either, but in general, much higher profile as opposed to what? The Division that came out 6 years ago or whatever that was?
PUBG's pretty old too, though.
Not to consoles.
To PS4, it's newer than Xbox, but it's pretty old.
It is an older game.
Is Street Fighter V better than the Book of Unwritten Tales 2? Probably. Is it better than... I don't know. The Stadia list is probably the best because there's 6 games on there. But I don't...
Right.
You could read that whole list of all those games and say, which one do you want to play? And probably the answer is none on all 3 consoles.
None for me.
Yeah.
I would if I had Stadia, I would try Metro Last Light Redo because I've heard the Metro games are really, really good. But
yeah, I'm probably not going to play any of that. But yeah, that's there. This next story, just a quick hit. Check your emails because if you signed up for the ability to pre-order a PlayStation 5 through Sony, those invites have gone out and they are time sensitive. If you haven't signed up, you can still go over to Sony's website and sign up. Keep in mind you are signing up for the ability to buy it from what appears to be the Sony store.
Yes.
If that's not how you want to buy it, then you should sign up with other retailers to get the alerts from them. But the first round of pre-orders have gone out, I guess. And they still don't
price.
They still don't tell you how much they are. Yeah.
You're basically reserving your spot to pre-order it is essentially what you're doing.
Yep. There are some limitations to what you can pre-order, so you can pre-order one system per PSN ID, and you also have the ability to pre-order 2 controllers, 2 charging stations for the controllers, 2 Pulse 3D wireless headsets, 2 media remotes, and 2 HD cameras. So 1 console and 2 of everything else that's available, which is weird. I don't know why you want 2 cameras for 1 console.
Me either, but unless they're controller specific.
Yep. And this last thing is just an update on the continuing legal drama between Apple and Fortnite. I want to keep you guys posted to what's going on here. So a judge did hear the temporary restraining order that Epic had asked to be put in place so that they couldn't remove the developer side of things, as Apple made that threat. So basically what happened is the judge said, hey, Apple, stop being a dick. You can't take away their developer tools till we see how all this goes. Also, Epic, they can take away your specific games because you did this to yourself.
Right.
And it was a structured, you forced them to take you off. You knew this would happen. So you can't suspend their developer tools, but you can suspend their games if you want. So that's where we're at now until they reconvene. I think sometime in October or September is when they reconvene. But the temporary restraining order has gone into effect regarding the Unreal Engine. So that should mean development for the engine and for mobile used by Epic and many other developers should carry unimpeded. But yeah, it's Fortnite's still not going to be able to download to new players.
Nope, not happening.
Can't wait for that to be done.
I'm sick of hearing about it already.
Yep. Can't wait for that to be done.
It's like a petty. I can't stand these stupid petty fights between multi-gazillion-dollar corporations.
Yeah.
Fuck you, assholes.
Yeah, God forbid one of them make any less.
It's like Walmart complaining about Amazon. Suck a dick.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Did you see Bezos
You've been stomping on mom and pops for years.
Did you see Bezos hit $200 billion?
Yeah.
Why does that guy get out of bed in the morning?
I don't know.
I want to be clear. For $200 billion, literally anything is in your grasp.
Yeah.
Anything. There's nothing in this entire world that he can't have.
That he can't have. You're right.
That is insane.
That's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of money. Also, Fall Guys sold 7 billion copies, or 7 million copies on Steam.
Wow, you're really into the billions, huh?
Yeah, so shout out to them. That's the kind of money that makes a studio. So Mediatonic going to be doing pretty good. And shout out to Devolver for taking the chance.
Yeah, good for everybody involved there.
Yeah,
it's paying off.
Those weren't news stories. I just threw those out there.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know.
Gerald's got some video pulled up. Is that a charge station he's got built in like a weird glass box? Is that the new Xbox controller? What's theirs called? This is serious. Is it the new? Do they go Nintendo, the new Xbox? Oh, that's the Elite version too. You can get that now. Why is it in a glass box?
That's just where he's got it.
Yeah, I don't like
it's
that.
under his desk.
I don't like how cocky that is.
It's not in a box. It's a glass top desk.
Oh, it's a tiny little compartment though.
Well, it's like where the drawer goes.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
You even know what you're fucking looking at, but you don't
Fuck
like
that
it.
guy.
Got it.
I don't like that guy. I don't like his table.
You don't even know the guy.
I don't like this guy because he's got the baby in the bottle on his desk. That's his whole Death Stranding section.
Yeah.
It's like Matt's house. There's a whole shrine dedicated to Kojima in that picture. The shout out to Zach, shout out to Thomas. Hope you guys are being safe. We miss you. We love you. You can support us over at Patreon, patreon.com/Gamestitch like those guys do at the $10 tier or higher. We'll give you a shout out every episode, so we love those guys. If you don't want to give us a shout out, then don't pay us.
Yes.
Don't do that. Gerald's got the Labo vehicle set pulled up on Target. It's $20.
It is $20.
Yep. That's a good deal. I still want the VR set for Labo. I never got that.
Go get it.
Well, it's not in stock anywhere. It's like you with the other stuff. I want to find it in the wild.
Oh. Yeah, I love finding stuff in the wild. So great.
Because it's not worth it. I don't need it. But if I found it in the wild, I'd probably get it. That's it. That's all we got. Thank you. Thank you for everybody. Follow us on social medias at Podcast Ryan, at Shirtless Dan, at Hoff and Show, at Game_Stitch. We are going to stream. I know I say that every week, but you heard last night, Dan. Like we're planning it.
I did. They're working on it.
Yeah. A friend of the show, Marshall 205, is going to join us for probably a lot of those streams. So
I might be on one every here and there, but I wouldn't count on me. We're
closer than ever to streaming, and I think we might stream with some sort of regularity. So,
all right,
yeah, that's something to look forward to, I think. So follow us on YouTube again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then follow us on Twitch also because I don't know where I'll be streaming, and once we start streaming, Marshall 205, friend of the show, should also be streaming, and I'll let you know where you can find his stream as well. Because I also don't know where he'll be streaming, but I assume Twitch, but I will let you guys know for sure. That's it. You got anything you want to add?
Nope, that's it.
Gerald, do you have anything you want to tell the people?
That's what I got. Enjoy the week.
Yeah. Gerald, do you have anything? No. You guys don't have any closing thoughts? Nothing fantastic?
I just did. Enjoy the week.
Enjoy the week. That's pretty positive from you.
I know.
Don't have a shitty week.
Have a good week.
Yeah. Stay dry in more than one way, too.
Stay frosty.
That's going to do it for us. 398. We're 2 episodes away. We're going to make it. We can see the finish line. We're close. We'll be back
Coming up on 400.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Next, same time, same place. Maybe I won't be sick. Good
Maybe
night.
not. Good night.